I remember working in retail as a cashier, right? And almost every year around Thanksgiving, without failure, people would come in and see us setting up for Christmas weeks before Thanksgiving was arriving. And they'd always say, right? They'd always say, y'all are already setting up for Christmas? What about Thanksgiving? What about Thanksgiving? What about Thanksgiving? Which nigga you know? Which nigga you know favorite holiday is Thanksgiving? Oh, I'll tell you who. A big back ass nigga. A big back. 4 plates before anybody else even got 2 type of dude that likes Thanksgiving. I can't even spell the word Thanksgiving without chat GPT assistance. And you're asking society as a whole to not anticipate the greatest holiday just because some fat back holiday is a couple weeks before it? Preposterous. The big 3 holidays, the big 3, okay? It goes Halloween, Christmas, and then Easter. Thanksgiving not even in the top 10. No, we got Columbus Day in the top 10 ahead of Thanksgiving. And I personally don't even like that guy. I've got to apologize about one of the segments I've had before on this channel, or maybe even it was just a concept that I've talked about on this channel about overusing words to the point where their original meaning is lost, right? I was streaming a couple days ago playing some League, and there was this dude on the enemy team, and he missed like a super important ability against me. And someone in my chat was like, what type of pedophile technology was that? He said, what type of pedophile technology was that? Saying that the nigga played so bad. He played so bad. That sort of gameplay could have only been from one of the most heinous types of niggas of all time. This seems like the work of an enemy stand. Usually I'm against calling people pedophiles without it being warranted, but my God, is it the funniest thing ever to do. I started calling everything that annoys me pedophile technology, especially when I'm gaming. Someone on my team picks a weak support character when I'm playing League of Legends, that nigga's a pedophile. Someone on my team is whining about wanting to surrender because like we're losing the game or something, that nigga is a pedophile. Doesn't matter what you do, okay? Doesn't matter your actual sexual fetishes or orientation. You annoy me, you're a pedophile. Do you not see the humor in that shit? The most minute of transgressions will get your name put in the Epstein files. I saw you lock in Sona support when they picked Nautilus Draven. I know what you are. You like kids. I am king of pretending to be interested in a motherfucker's conversation. Not talking about actual deep conversation. I'm a great listener, all right? I'm speaking more on like when people try to make small talk and it's just useless information. Information that we're not going to use past these couple of moments. You know, we're just wasting our time conversing with one another when we could be both on our phones, reducing our attention spans with TikToks and Instagram reels. I will be so active in a nigga's small talk that they gon' think that I want to fuck them by the end of it or something. They gon' think I'm fully invested in their whole life. With how much energy I put into pretending to give a fuck, they probably want to run a victory lap after we done having some chit chat. Anytime someone talks about a woman having some cake, like, you know, having a nice ass and everything, there's always some dude that is always that one dude that comes along, doctor of woman's ass cheek sciences. That nigga come along and he's like, oh, you think that's cake? That girl ain't got no cake. This is real cake. And, you know, they send like a photo of some girl that they believe has the standard for cake. Cake is cake, dog. All right. Some women may not have the same amount another girl has, but still got the same density. You know, that joint's still just sitting there on the back. Still got that little ass line between the booty meat and the hamstrings. Real niggas know what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. Another thing is guys try to judge the curvature of a woman's ass while they're wearing stuff like leggings or jeans. I promise you, human manufactured clothing cannot fully capture the beauty that is a woman's ass. It tries so hard, but it fails. it fails to translate how thick a girl really is. You wouldn't know that. You're too busy gooning to cartoon women and debating niggas about what type of ass actually classifies as cake. Nigga got a whole scientific graph for the measurement. The assometer. So with the assometer, we slap the woman's cheeks. After we smack them, the assometer, it records how much the cheeks have jiggled. Oh, that was only 4 jiggles. I repeat, 4 jiggles. The cheeks need to at least jiggle 6 times to be considered cake. I tread very lightly against people. It's less of me being afraid of people and more of myself just having more reserved boundaries and I guess also being more agreeable in my personality. It just feels like the more firm I talk or the more assertive I am to someone, it feels like I'm trying to like push a response out of them. Like I'm trying my best to evoke something out of them. I'm asserting myself now. Respond. Even though I'm memeing, there's nothing really wrong with that, I guess. That being said, I am a turbulent ass dude. I'm gonna let my words fall on you slowly like a warm quilt. The way I be talking to people. Feels like I'm an advanced Skyrim character with the amount of dialogue options and routes you can take in conversation with me. Assertiveness, I feel like it kind of narrows down the amount of available dialogue selections that are able to be formed or branched off on. All right. Maybe I'm just jealous I'm not more assertive, but I honestly prefer to tread more lightly because it feels like it just gives the conversation more space. Makes it feel not so claustrophobic. Some of the Christian people in my city be on some crazy ass shit. I love them niggas the majority of the time, but a good portion, they do be on some fuck ass shit. I was hanging with a friend and a couple friends of friends, and one of my friend's friend wanted to have a conversation right before I left. They came up to me and they were like, is everything okay, man? And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I just feel like your soul is sulking. Nigga said my soul was sulking. Funniest thing I've ever heard. Like, was I killing the hangout vibe or something? My bad, lol. Dude said he wanted to pray for me, which I'm not religious, but I grew up Christian, right? And whenever anyone offers something like that, I guess that kind of makes me more open to it. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Maybe it'll help. Who knows, right? Now, after the dude prayed for me, he says some pretty crazy shit. I'm not sure how the conversation got to it. I think he started asking me about like what I've been doing the past couple of weeks or months or something, or how my life's been going, or how like my mental health has been. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he asked, but I remember telling him I took meds for depression and anxiousness, and he was like, bro, just throw all those away. He's like, just throw all those away. Those don't really work. He was like, yeah, you just need to pray more. Like, yeah, maybe if you weren't such a fucking heathen, you might have some bitches on your dick. Emotional ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, drop that medicine. You need God. You need God, nigga. Niggas do not want to see me off of my meds, okay? A nigga might just turn into Dr. Doom if he ain't at least had some ashwagandha in the last couple of days. Trust me, we should not be going around giving people advice like that. That being said, he's a pretty cool dude. Really cool dude, actually. Just a little overzealous. Remember, I live in the most boring town in the world, called Lynchburg, all right? It only makes sense that the airport, the only airport that we have here, makes sure that we can't escape this boring ass town. Like, believe it or not, I actually don't want to spend $1,200 for a plane ticket. I actually don't. I know that's hard for them to wrap their head around, but I'd actually like to have some spending money on the actual trip and not just spend it on the ride to the destination. We're here. We've arrived. Welp. We have no money. Time to head back. Airport's gotta be the most hype establishment though. The most amount of good energy is located in an airport. Everyone's either waiting for their plane to go relax on vacation, or, some of those people are already returning home from a good vacation, bones all healed, mind and emotional energy all healed up. Also, them airport baddies, some of the most beautiful women ever are located in airports. You want to marry a baddie? You want to find a baddie? Just camp out at the nearest airport in your city. Outside of an airport, finding a baddie is kind of like finding a shiny Pokemon, right? Really low chance to encounter one. In an airport, they kind of just spawn in like 20-second intervals, like a mob spawner in Minecraft, but instead of monsters, it's like spawning pretty ass women.